up, y'all? This is Hailstorm adding my 2 cents to the miracle effect, and I'm back at it again. I've been involved in some conversations in the community that have really struck a nerve. And I'm from Benton Harbor, Michigan, in case you didn't know. There have been conversations about our school district and about our community that have touched me in a way in which I felt like I just needed to share this with you. Message is especially to those people who have left the district or the community, or who are thinking about leaving, or who have been talking about leaving. And some of those people have been spreading what I would consider some venom, and I just feel like I need to share. So I understand people's pain surrounding Benton Harbor. I was hurt too, working for Benton Harbor area schools in spite of my performance awards and positive evaluations and clean employee file. I amassed tens of thousands of dollars in debt to earn my teacher certificate, only to be dog walked and shut out repeatedly by my very own district. Or so I thought it was my district. I have been cursed out, threatened, suffered anxiety, extreme poverty, and been the target of heartless, slanderous social media threads. I was even sued by the very teachers union I paid for years to protect me. That teachers union, who wouldn't even return my calls when I needed them the most, hunting me down to my doorstep to collect my last year's dues. In my naivete, I blamed principals, superintendents, board members who were against me. But then after deeper research and prayers for wisdom, I realized that the pressures I was feeling were the result of a repeat pattern enforced from a much higher pay grade than any of us. I interviewed countless people who were either afraid to share their stories, fed up, or apathetic. Some of them fighting for their lives from the stress. I found that it wasn't my district that did this to me. It was not my people. My people, in spite of extreme toxic pressures, made me who I am. They raised me. They sacrificed for me. Many people in the district who hurt me personally even apologized to me later. You see, the people in this community, my coworkers, multiple administrators, and students asked me to come back. Yet the gatekeepers in Berrien Springs, RESA, Intermediate School District, would not allow it. What I witnessed with Benton Harbor is not just happening in Benton Harbor, Michigan. It's happening nationwide. What I witnessed as a former student who saw every school I attended shut down, except for the high school, which is under that threat. As an alumni, as a parent, as a teacher, as a school board member, what I witnessed was a page out of a racist playbook being executed over and over every year with fidelity in marginalized communities, and especially in those communities of color. I wanted to give up on this community too, but something, it just wouldn't let me. This community represents more than me or you. This community represents our modern day fight for freedom and justice. The success of that school district represents education, opportunity, and justice. When they shut down our schools, they take away our voting polls, our voices, our right to a quality neighborhood sponsored education that can give back to this community in the amount of millions. Millions. Shutting down schools should have never even been a thought, let alone uttered by anyone within or outside of this community. We deserve a safe haven. You must stop allowing GOP talking points to land on your tongue. Everyone is preying on us like vultures. All of the surrounding districts have more, yet they have their eyes on us. Why? Greed. Just good old-fashioned greed. Those who left this place to take advantage of racist redlining laws are now ready to grab the very land that they left for dead. Those people in my circle whom I blamed in the past were just in survival mode, responding to an inhumane strategy to have them removed by any means necessary as well. We blame the person closest to us, knowing that it is our ignorance of gentrification strategies that feeds our beefs with one another. So instead of holding the real culprits accountable, the cowards who make their backroom $1 million deals from higher up, we battle those closest to us, the very ones who would help us the most. I wish people wouldn't throw lit matches on our school district on their way out. If you give up, share your facts and tell your story so that we can put the pieces together and identify solutions to the problems you faced. But please, squash your spiteful damnation. Keep your doom and gloom to yourselves. You are only helping those who hurt you the most, those who want you gone. Some of you have been treated so badly that you say, shut it down as you leave. The problem is that those comments hurt the people who care enough to stay. Those opinions make it harder for the families who are still here, for the residents who love this place unconditionally, for those who would like to remove the shackles from around our district. You strengthen their chains. You make the fight even harder. All you have to do is tell the state of Michigan to erase the $18 million debt that they helped create with their dangerous policies. Tell them to give our children their fair share. Many bad decisions within this district can be tracked to state recommended consultants who were paid upwards of 6 figures, and now they're gone in the wind. Stop pretending that running on $18 million quicksand will get us anywhere but deeper into a dangerous hole. Passing that debt on to our residents will break them. They have already been stripped of their jobs and their trade schools. Higher taxes will be the final blow to remove them. Tell Governor Whitmer that if she truly wants to stand up to Betsy DeVos, she will give our students, our staff, our community a fresh start. If she really wants to combat systemic racism, start with Benton Harbor and allow us to utilize an online accounting system to report our district's finances with transparency so that all can track our spending dollar for dollar moving forward. A board member requested that type of transparency during the state mandated partnership agreement meetings, and the state denied her request. You see, the state of Michigan under Snyder's administration, who received donations from DeVos, denied a lot of your great ideas for improvement. But those ideas were never published in the Herald Palladium, were they? So you just assumed that our people were incompetent, or worse, that we just didn't care. Well, that is what assumptions do when you are not privy to facts. Even old white lawmakers are admitting to systemic racism, and still my people today make clueless, uninformed, dangerous comments. That means that it is time for you to do your homework on white supremacy. You need to do your own research before you start nailing good people to the cross. You see, white supremacy is not just that pig with the KKK hood pressed at the bottom of his drawers. White supremacy is a system that was put in place for hundreds of years, and it evolves to fit each generation to keep resources away from the blacks and into the hands of wealthy whites with no regard for anyone in between. From that amazingly cool white teacher who knows her black history that we love and trust so much, to the ones who silently hate you and prays for your dad's job to go to her husband. From the beloved black educators to the ones you just can't stand. From the HR director to the superintendents. They can all be used as collaborators or casualties of war to keep systemic racism intact. With an 85 to 94% black population, Benton Harbor is perfectly positioned to suffer the brunt of that pain. All of us have been pawns at one time or another because we didn't understand the master plan. It sounds crazy until you start reading actual documents and interviewing people from perspectives outside of your own. You need to be smarter and work together instead of tearing each other down. There is enough for everyone if we replace white supremacy and greed with justice and abundance. So stop attacking your neighbor, your city, your district. If you care anything about the children in this community or the people in this community or humanity, request that our youth get a fresh start. It's that easy. If you feel like you have to go, then go. But remember that you just might need to come back home. Leave it in better shape than it was when you left. Either your bitterness will help gentrifiers who wish to get rid of most of the black people here, or your words of advocacy will empower the people to rise up and remove the parasites from the bellies of our babies so that they may grow to be the children of God that they were designed to be. We can speak with one strong voice, demanding a fresh start for our people. Which side will you feed on your way out? You can light a match or plant a tree before you go. Choose wisely, because you never know, you may need to come back one day. This is Hailstorm, adding my 2 cents. Peace.
Are you listening? Damn.